I found out that I was undocumented while I was applying for colleges. It was going to be up to me to find a way somehow in this impossible world of being undocumented to make it work. Long story short is DACA did come out. That allowed me to have a work permit. I ended up applying to the NBC Page program and started working with Mika a few months later. And who knew that we were going to end up writing a book together 3 years after that. Growing up in a little small town of Ohio, I always wanted to be a part of how culture was told, because in my community, I didn't see the stories or the backgrounds or the struggles that people around me actually faced in a national conversation. I built up so much anxiety and angst for being in the shadows, for being undocumented, for being in the middle of Ohio. When you're struggling, you don't have a way in the door, you don't have professional mentors or access. It's amazing what you can do if you just stop doubting yourself. One of the things that really helped me was to try to find a way to not limit my circumstances. And, I was limited in all the ways that you could think. I couldn't drive, I couldn't get on a plane, I couldn't work. Everything around me was closed doors. Somehow I made it through college. And then I realized I had no work experience and that I had to somehow get in the door. And so I thought, where am I going to make this happen? And my only answer was New York City. So I decided to risk it all and lie on my resume about where I lived, because I thought a hiring manager in New York City is not going to call somebody in the middle of Ohio for an unpaid internship that starts in 2 weeks. And I ended up applying to dozens and dozens of places just to try to get one callback. And I did. I got a call back from P. Diddy's Bad Boy Entertainment. They called me and they said, "Can you come in for an interview tomorrow?" And I said, yes. I didn't know what else to say, so I ended up getting on an 18-hour bus ride, 9 stops through the night. And it didn't hit me what I was doing until I was sitting on the bus and a group of inmates, like prison inmates, walk on the bus. That was not a chill moment. But it allowed me to understand that I was doing something big and that I was putting myself out there and risking something that could potentially work out positively. Because I had prepared all night, I didn't sleep at all, and I knew everything about the person that was interviewing me. I knew everything about the company. I nailed that interview. And a few weeks later, I was back to New York City, this time working for P. Diddy's Bad Boy Entertainment. And I did anything that I could to be able to survive in New York City. So I was working regular jobs like babysitting and pet walking, but I was also working at clubs and promoting on the weekends so that I could have money to eat in New York City. And then on the weekends, when everybody wanted to sort of do their own thing or decompress, I was working. But I never saw it as a struggle or a challenge or a sacrifice, because I was just so happy to be there. So what I learned from that really long bus ride, traveling with inmates along the way, is that big opportunities come with big risks. And you just got to do it. If I wouldn't have gotten on that bus ride, I wouldn't have had all these opportunities that then snowballed into where I am now. The important thing is just to get yourself in the door, work really, really hard, and then know when to find that window of time to advocate for yourself, know your story, know your narrative, and then sell it. It's your career narrative, it's your story, and the great part is that you get to write it.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.